Okay, getting there.
Masturbation. Things you need that personal, contact with the body, eh? So at times your body is not looking at what works for you, because me, to be sincere, I won't scream the name. I won't even know who I'm fantasizing about, except in my dreams of late. I've been thinking about this one person, which is impossible, but God.
It's not good spiritually.
It's not. See, that's
spiritually.
Yeah, spiritually, but actually there's also a myth towards that also. At times it may be just your fantasy. So at times, some of us, you don't even have to touch yourself. You just have to get there. So your body just tells you, do this. You know how some of us were not told sex, you do this and this. You found yourself having the act of sex. The same thing with masturbation. I tried, people told me that when you masturbate, you touch yourself. I did, and I didn't like it at all. I did not like it at all. But for some reason, one day from nowhere, courtesy of all those body demanding word, I just found myself squeezing my thighs so tight.
I'm thinking about
and just my clit. It was my clit that was. I felt like it was being, like that metallic thing whereby you put things in between and you. Not a magnet. You know how they compress things, like they're pressing things. That is how I felt like my clit should be, until when I felt like I had squeezed it so hard. That's when I'd come, without thinking about anyone, but because my body demanded it. So I feel like there are many of us out there who have different things. I saw someone on a video who was using that taser. I've seen people who are using carrots, bananas, eggplants, baby, eggplants. Yeah. In school, people used to use ice cubes. They used to
ice cubes are nice.
No. Even that. Yeah, even also the tubes. These tubes that we used to use in the physics lab. The test tubes. They used to disappear in the lab.
So what happens when the tube breaks? I can be worried about that.
Well, let's just pray that they didn't happen to anyone.
Ooh.
So that's why you have. So masturbation is wide. It's really wide. It's everyone has the way it works for them. So me personally, about getting to know your spots, I still don't know my spots because they vary from person to person. But I know if I want to come, if I press it so hard, as I'm on to another person, I'm going to make sure that I enjoy and have the time of my life.
But you see, if you're using sex toys or if you're trying to touch your body, one thing you should know is today you might hit this spot and it's amazing, and then the next day you're going to hit another one. So it varies. It's known that you're going to hit the same spot.
Okay. By the way, we've been talking about all these things. But there's that, what is your limit in terms of when you're harassing a person? Because we're talking about sex here.
What is harassing? Harassing
without a person's actually consent. You're putting your desires onto a person without even their consent, Like, for example, you are coming and maybe you know how we talked about teasing? That may be harassing to someone else because you might be there, because me usually when I'm going to dance with a person, I ask you point blank, can I dance with you without touching me or asking for anything? Because I need your consent, because I may do it and I may harass you, turn you on, and at the end of the day your actions may be courtesy of me. You get it? Yeah, so there are things like what is your limit in terms of, okay, I know if I go beyond this, I'm actually hurting another person, because we can enjoy the pleasure, but then when do we know it's actually hurting a person? When should our limits be?
I think you definitely tell that this is the limit when the body language of your partner changes and the way they're communicating. Because to me, if I am feeling uncomfortable, if you touch somewhere where I feel like it's pain or like I can't handle that, I let you know. I'm like, babe, it's hurting. Like, there's a way you communicate. Because if you don't communicate, this person will continue to do that without them knowing that they're actually hurting you. So you communicate. The more you say, baby, go on, because there's if it's really, really nice, you could reach a point and you're like, babes, don't stop. Like, that's the right spot. Don't stop. Like, don't turn, don't touch anywhere else. Like, just stick to that point. But if you know that it's not, then you communicate and you're like, no, babes, this is hard.
There are also scenarios whereby, courtesy of who we are made of and whatever way we cope in life, we usually do things to please our partners. We know that this person likes me screaming their name. Tilda. Okay, no. That sounds very weird, but let's just say something like that. Tilda. And then...
Taurus.
Oh, yeah? So,
Lemon.
oh, yeah. So at times, you know that let's say Taras likes this, and then you keep screaming at them, but then actually you're not into it, but you're saying it because you're satisfying them. There's that kind of person. You as an individual may say, I call it out because that's what I want. But a person may say, okay, you're in the groove. Even if I'm not in it, let me say, oh, Taras, oh, don't tire, oh, don't stop, oh, don't do this.
Maybe they're tired.
Or even if they're tired, they want you to really get over with it and get done. Like that, some people just want you to, yes, because they want you to get done. They're bored, they're tired,
Wow.
they have to push you. That is also there.
Okay, so that goes back to this question of, would you prefer if someone tells you that, babes, like, last night is sex, like, I didn't feel it, like it was a bit boring, than someone keeping quiet and you do the same thing, but they're actually not enjoying it?
I can tell when someone has not enjoyed sex.
I would like you to tell me that I didn't like this, even if it hurts me, and then I know how I can do it better. Because at the end of the day, make pleasing a person, trust me, people, that's the best orgasm you can ever get.
How about you, Chacha? CJ?
I think I can tell when someone has not yet. I can tell when someone has not yet been. I can tell when someone has not been satisfied. And I always tell them, I know.
How do you tell?
Because they tell me they've not come.
And we want to know how you tell.
Yeah, how you tell.
Okay, the people. How me?
Yeah.
I can only tell after they've told me.
So
So
now
you
we are
can't.
speaking of scenarios
Yeah.
whereby the human being is a very intellectual being. They can fake it until they make it.
Exactly.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
The people I've met have always told
Darling, I have faked it 100% sometimes. And the person come and I'm like, oh, thank God. Get a mass.
Okay. Polyamory. No. Spaces for having sex. What?
Okay, yeah.
Crazy.
What do you mean by
Sarah's lemon.
spaces of having sex?
Have you had sex in a hotel bathroom? Or in a bar bathroom?
The girl
In
is
the bar.
saying a hotel bathroom. That is actually good. That is nice. Honey, unfinished buildings, bars, offices,
Offices.
dining tables, or any place where you can have it and stream it, as long as you're careful enough to not alarm the other people. The beauty about such spaces is that you're an age. You know that they'll get you anytime,
Your
and
attention.
that gets you adrenaline. Just it just gets you rushing, and you even get there faster. And the fact that someone is watching but not understanding what's going on, and the fact that you have to pretend in your face and be like, you hold on to something to not scream or bite your lip until it bleeds, or that
That is fun.
honey.
Better than the bedroom.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. LJ.
Tilda summarized almost everything.
Mm.
Yeah, I think having sex when you're on,
Edge.
when you're on tension, you're like, what if? But then at the same time, you're not giving a fuck.
And then you need it so
someone,
badly.
if someone comes, I think it's a very nice experience, and it gets you out of your comfort zone, by the way. And you end up trying so many new things that you were scared of doing. So,
This whole conversation has left me curious. Maybe I'm not that crazy person, or I've not met those people, or I'm
To
this
bring that
closeted
crazy-
person. Yeah, to
No,
bring that.
actually, Chacha, on that part, at times what works for someone may not work for you.
Yeah.
You see, now we are talking about and we're making it look exciting, but you may reach there and that
Yeah.
is not your cup of tea, and it's okay.
No, not that. I don't know. maybe
You feel like you need someone to get you out of your comfort
I
zone.
guess.
Yeah, and I also want you to keep in mind that at times you'll get out of your comfort zone and you may not be happy with it.
Yeah.
Because at times we may be that character, but the person, it also depends on the person we are with.
Yeah.
You may find a person and be like, "Bana toy ngedugala, gwetogenda kufa ku toy, oyagala," you know.
Clean, man.
This one's about to clean.
Perfectly clean.
Yeah, it has to be clean. There's no
See?
way you're going to shag, or there's no way you're going to be intimate when the toilet
Yeah.
is dirty.
See, here's the thing. I'll remember how clean it is when I'm done.
Nah.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. As long as I'm not seeing the dude on top or anything, they'll be around. As long as it's just a toilet, but I'm not seeing a pit latrine because that
it's
one,
not
hell no. I already have trauma of squatting. I'm not going to go into a pit latrine. So I'm all about just getting any space. And the best part are when we're actually in a storage building that is unfinished, and then there's that breeze, and then there are
Like there
workers
is
in the
an-
next place like working.
yes.
Oh my god, you guys, you have no idea. The thrill is so good because you know anytime soon you're doing something not acceptable, and the beauty about doing things that are forbidden is so good.
Hey.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. Jesus.
I think it goes back to saying, like, okay, a question. If your partner came to you and they said that they want to try out something new, like they want to have a threesome, and they suggest that, would you be comfortable with that?
With what?
Having a threesome?
It
I
depends.
guess, yeah. I think I would.
Depends.
It depends on what.
If I like the person too, you're not going to be the only one who wants the person. We all have to be able to want the person. We have to
no.
agree.
Even if it's a stranger.
No, me, I'm okay with that, by the way. If you like if I be like, "Oh baby, we put a new one," you know, like that is so sweet. Oh, should we take her home, you know? That
So
is
it's more
nice.
like the two of you are agreeing.
Yeah,
like you're going
we
to
should-
go out in a band, then you're going to see someone cute, and you're like, babes, we should
Thank
have her
you.
tonight.
If it's together,
Yeah.
if it's together and we like what we see, definitely, why not enjoy the meal together? Share, have fun,
But
and
CJ
afterwards,
Yeah.
take your ass home and don't come back.
And CJ?
I wouldn't. If my partner has got someone nice looking or someone who looks like a snack, then how would I resist even if I don't know that person? I mean, it's just about exploring. You never know what that person has to offer.
Oh, my baby.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't share.
Hey! Hey! Someone
Unless if I'm
doesn't share.
single and I'm ready to mingle, but if I'm in a relationship with someone, there's no way having a threesome.
So that takes us to polyamory. Would you opt for polyamory?
What is polyamory?
Polyamory is having two partners at the same time, and the two people have to know each other. So you have to sit down and tell, babe, you know,
I wouldn't.
I'd love to give it a shot. I'm worried. I'm worried about these two people I'm connecting to me going behind my back, and then they're like, bitch, bye.
That is part of the expectation.
It's part of
so-
the expectations.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm okay with it. I'm not saying I would want it. I'm okay with it, but I have very strong insecurities of selfishness.
And there are chances that one of those people is more likely to cheat even outside that polyamorous
Which
relationship.
is
Not
okay.
only
Which is
that,
okay
there
with
is
me.
also those one among the three, the two may find a better connection than the other person.
And then
Exactly,
you end up
exactly.
throwing out this.
I don't have the strength of that weight. I can handle one person. If there are two
would be
heartbreaks,
too
I'm going to
much. That
die.
would be
I'm
too
going to
much
die. I
heartbreak.
need one heartbreak, only one heartbreak at a time. So selfishness in regards to that. If it's about threesomes and there's that one person we can call, yes,
Exactly.
it's sharing. But on a relationship level, I need mine to be mine. Mine.
Mine.
Alone. So wait, is it true that people actually get back pain when they don't have sex for a long time?
Yes. Personal experience currently.
I love that.
I don't care what anyone thinks. Me, it's been 3 months. Actually, went to. I used to hear that stuff. I didn't believe it because I thought it was the singer saying that stuff until I went to a person and I told them.
Doctor?
And then they told me, when was the last time you had sex? And I'm like, last year or beginning of this. And then like, why do you think your back is aching? And I'm like, maybe I'm squatting or sitting too much. He's like, no. Have you released anything? Did you know the amount of, especially if you have a lot of fluid to release? If you have a lot of fluid to release, that is even worse. So your body needs you. I do not know the scientific part. I think we shall get a person to actually explain to us that. We need to get the detail of that. But our soul can have sex. Actually, let me quote. Get a friend. Let me quote what the person told me. You do not have to be in a serious relationship. Get a friend to help you come. That's what the person told me. Because me, when they told it to me, I recalled Bani. Mugongo, my baby. I used to be like, why you work? What you work was? You understand? Until, darlings, when sitting is a problem, sleeping is a problem, standing is a problem. It's not below. It's just here. It's like. And then when I talked to the person and then they did all these things of massaging and they're like, when was the last time you had sex? I'm like, a certain like, man, go and have sex and then come back and you see if you still have the pain. Like, just go and, actually they told to court, get a friend, have sex. And I laughed because I wondered which friend would actually have sex with that.
More reason to get friends with benefits. I think.
Yeah, it's not that easy. It's not that easy.
But when you get someone and then you guys.
I have tried friends with benefits and either they no caught feelings or they did, and that's a problem when you actually
then
get.
You make it a point of not catching.
Yes,
feelings.
not catching feelings, just having.
I'm sorry, robots. When do you actually decide when feelings should be stopped or when do they come in?
It goes back to your connection. Are you connecting with this person on a sexual level or on emotional level? Because if it's sexual, then it's just about sex. If it's emotional, then it's going to involve feelings.
So none of you robots believe that actually the body and the mind and the heart can actually censor something beyond what something should be?
No,
you're raising your expectations.
No,
about this person.
No. LJ, I believe you're right. What you're saying may work for you.
Right.
No. You're right to you because that's how it works for you and it works for you. But there are some people whereby there are scenarios actually whereby you have chosen, you've even communicated. Some people even make a contract. Yeah.
I'm serious.
Yeah,
About
I have
what?
ever made a contract with a friends of benefit because I didn't want the same things to happen.
Baby.
But
so
then.
much.
Expectation.
No, we made that contract because the human body and mind can actually be vulnerable no matter how much you feel.
Expectations.
No, mommy, at times you don't have to have the expectations. At times they come and force their way into your body. They penetrate you without permission.
You have to fight them then.
Oh,
Because
that's why I'm calling you robots. Everyone, these robots.
Because I'm just imagining this whole thing. Like I've met CJ, yeah, and in my head, on my side, I might be having these only the sexual feelings. I'm like, let's just fuck, you get. But then I do not know her expectations and I do not know what she thinks. So it's just a matter of talking. And I might ask you what your expectations are. Now we know and then I tell you mine. And I'll be straightforward. If I'm not having a relationship, I'm telling you, it's just about sex. So if you fall for me, I'll see that as something that is not acceptable on my side. Because at that particular moment, I don't want to hurt your feelings. And I say, I love you too. But in the start, it was about sex.
And I told you my expectations.
Exactly.
But you're falling for me. I told you,
Exactly.
please don't fall for me. So, don't forget to like.
We're still tackling something to do with when does the sex get to be bad? When does your desire become too selfish? It intrudes on someone else.
Does that get us to consent?
Yeah. Consent. you know, because there's scenarios whereby we feel like that we are extremely too into the sex and we want to take over the person, yet actually we've not got permission or something, and we just fight because we feel we are too hungry.
Or not even that, you believe that this person is mine, so I can do anything that you want to please me.
Like they belong to me.
Yeah.
They belong to me and I have to please myself, and in the end they'll be pleased, but that is coming out to rape.
Yeah. So number one, guys, consent has no argument, it has no CG debate. Consent.
A no is a no.
A no is a no, whether the person has put on a leaf as a cloth or nothing.
Lingerie,
no is a no. And don't just come
no.
and touch people unless you actually familiarize with them, or just come and caress, or just come. No, unless you really have. Like, consent is very important, because people actually get disgusted by these things. I've seen people coming and being entitled and touching your thigh, and you're like, why? Because my clothes are halfway, you think you should come and touch me? Who the fuck are you?
That brings us to the point of gay boys thinking that they have the entitlement of touching lesbian women, meaning that they want to get that connection to them. Or because I'm lesbian, I'm a woman, but you're not entitled to touch me.
Consent is consent, people. If a person hasn't given you consent, even if they're your friends, please don't touch them. Don't touch them.
Some people think that when I say, no, I don't feel like sex, it's like a yes.
Because they know they're going to touch certain spots that you may turn you
Actually,
on.
some people say, oyabera gamba.
Oyabera gamba
No,
natenga
yagala. That's what people say.
No, I'm guilty in that part, because usually when I'm having a fight with bae, if that bae ever exists anytime soon, please appear very soon, I'm tired. If they ever exist anytime soon, when I'm having fights, I get turned on instead. Yes, and having serious fights, instead I want to make out.
I think that would be fun.
And now when they're doing that, I just want to kiss them, and then they're mad, I'm mad, but everything is just like, just come closer, push me harder, So, but still, a no is a no. Even if you're in a relationship, consent.
A no is a no.
Yeah, so there's a lot to say about this topic, you guys. Plenty more. We've just even tackled a little bit. We've given you a bit of our experiences and given you a glimpse of our lives. And there's more to talk about. Please read about it. Consent, please. And make sure that you keep in mind that sex is diverse. Everyone has something that works for them. Yeah. So from LJ, CJ, and Matilda, we thank you for joining us for yet another episode. And please don't forget to like our pages, our social media pages at Queer Prism 256.
That's for Twitter,
Instagram, and then for Facebook is LBQ Women 256. We'll let you know about the YouTube when it comes on. And don't forget to catch our next episode about wellness and self-care. So bye, you guys. We love you.
Bye.
Your feedback is welcome.